Hi. New set. I'm excited. I bet you thought I died because I haven't had a video update in like 3 months. So, no. I was doing a lot of things. My high school career is winding down. My graduation is actually in 48 hours. So, I am doing a lot of things right now. So I did not have time to update anything. But, yeah. New set. And actually, this isn't the final set. What's going to happen is, well, first of all, I'm not going to wear a suit every. Well, that's not really a suit. I'm not going to dress like this for every single one. But yeah, no. Actually, I was thinking, where could I possibly set up like a little studio for me to work my magic here, Work my magic. That's pretty funny. It's funny because I don't have any magic. Yeah, it's pretty dull. But, the whole idea of me putting a camera on my computer and talking, for 20 minutes got pretty, boring. So I decided, hey, why not? Trying to find a studio somewhere in my house where I could set this up. Problem is, my house is incredibly small, so where could I possibly, set this up? We are in my laundry room right now, actually. You've probably never seen that in any of my videos. Watch the snow day one. Yeah, it's in the snow day one. It's the room where the back door is. Anyway, but what I was gonna do was I was gonna set it up in the Halloween room, because I had this epiphany the other day. The Halloween room, that's perfect, because all the other times of the year, we don't use it for anything. We use it for storage. That's the problem, though. There's so much crap in there. There's no way I could, I could set everything up. And we have a yard sale in a couple months. That's why it's so full of, yard sale stuff, bags and bags of clothes. I was going to, move all that stuff out, and but it was more trouble than it's worth. So I decided to set it up in the laundry room, and this works pretty good, except for the fact that I can't keep it like this. I'm gonna have to take all this crap down. And what I mean is, what I basically did was, I found this in the closet. That's what really got me excited to set up a set, just to have like a black curtain, just a plain background, nothing too, extravagant, just something basic. And this is cool because I can get a green one of these, and I can maybe try out a couple green screen effects. Yeah. So there's that to think about too. And another thing why I didn't update videos in a while was because my computer, it got really bad. I mean, really, really bad. I got a new one, thankfully. I got a new one 2 weeks ago. But the old one, it gotten so bad to such an extreme where even opening Movie Maker became a chore. Like, I filmed a bunch of stuff. Open up Movie Maker, I start editing it. And usually how that works is the video is choppy as hell. It's like, okay, I'll put this in. I really hope that doesn't fall because I don't have a table or anything in here. I'm setting that on a pile of carpets. But, so let's say, I open up a video in Movie Maker and it's me talking. It'll be incredibly choppy. It'll be like, the audio will be fine, but the video will be choppy as hell. Like that. And I hated that, and I could not edit with I can't, it got so bad, I just wanted to chuck that mother***ing thing out the window. It got pretty bad for me, and my dad was going to buy me, and I was going to get this new computer during graduation, and, I had to, I got it a little earlier because I just couldn't stand it anymore. I just had to get a new one. The old one is sitting out in the storage room, and I'm actually considering blowing it up with fireworks. I know, you're supposed to be productive and just wipe out the hard drive, Mac. Give it to someone, who actually needs a computer. Nah, I think I'll blow it up with some fireworks with my friends out in the woods. So yeah, you can look forward to that. Yeah, it's really fun when my friend, I'm not a big airsoft guy. My friends are, very much. But, whenever we're out in the woods and whenever they coax me into playing, there's one guy in particular always likes to set off these fireworks. Like, they're not fireworks, they're a little bit stronger. Like, they're not firecrackers, but a little stronger than that. Yeah, M80s. So he sets off these M80s in the freaking forest, and it sounds like a freaking grenade goes off. And yeah, it's a little, freaky. It's like we're in a freaking World War II combat zone. We're out there, we're in our gun. Well, they're in their camo, and they're all geared up. They have all the, all the equipment. I'm usually just out there with my pistol being... Okay, I'm done. So, oh, and yeah, I'm still using the classic Windows Movie Maker, just because even though I have a new computer, I'm still using the classic Movie Maker, just because I can't stand the new one. I tried numerous occasions to use it. I cannot freaking stand Windows Live. It's just, it's so different from the classic, for one, and also I don't have all the stuff, like a lot of stuff for Windows Movie Maker I added on to it. I added on some extra transitions, some extra effects that doesn't come with the package. I added on to it. I worked with Movie Maker for 2 straight years. I am like an expert in editing there. I even figured out stuff that you weren't even supposed to know. I figured out how to add, gun flashes and split screen effects and even a chroma key for when I get the green screen. So yeah, I figured out how to do all this, this stuff with Movie Maker Classic, and then I move on to Live. And I hated Live. So, does anyone even know why Movie Maker Live has to have half of the freaking screen taken up by the movie clip? I mean, what's the point of that? I mean, look, the original Classic, the little timeline bar at the bottom, that's all you need, and the storyboard, that's down at the bottom. You can make it half the screen if you want, but it's not the default. And the new one, it's usually, what happens is, and this is probably just a problem with me, this isn't a major problem with the system, but whenever you use Windows Live, the clip, whatever you're using, the clip on the side, it's stretched out over like 6 rows, depending on how big the clip is. My clips are usually super long, it's like half an hour, but the first picture takes place in each scene. So let's say the picture's this. The picture will be like that in 20 screenshots throughout the page, and you got to stare at that the entire time, and it's kind of disorienting. And aside from that, oh man, what was that thing I wanted to do? I wanted to do something incredibly simple. Something simple, and I couldn't do it. Add an audio clip to the video. All I wanted to do. I do that all the time in my videos. I just add a audio clip over the original video. And that's all I wanted to do, and it was incredibly difficult. I couldn't figure it out. It took me I think I finally figured it out eventually, but it took me way longer than it should. I mean, way longer. I mean, considering that the old method was just click, drag, place, done. Done! That was literally, like a 5-second process, literally. And this one is it took me, I hated that. I just hated it. I hate Windows Live Movie Maker. I'm never using it again. I downloaded the old version. I got all my overall, add-ons to it. I got that done. I got my editing, my GIMP done. I got that out. GIMP, that's a funny word. But yeah, I got everything ready. So, classic Movie Maker all the way. Man, that's there. I mean, it might have some limitations. I am probably going to look into a better editing software in the future, but Windows Live, it's terrible. It's terrible. It is worse. It is the worst editing system I've ever worked with. Mind you, I've only worked with 3, but that's the worst. I worked with, and in case you're wondering what the second one was, it's AVS. I mean, third one was, it's AVS. Which is good. I like AVS. I don't use AVS just because, again, I'm used to, well, it's very similar to Movie Maker, but I have all the add-ons to, regular Movie Maker that I don't have on AVS. And I really don't feel like looking into how to get them on AVS, so Windows Movie Maker all the way for now. Of course, there are simple things that you can't do with Movie Maker, simple stuff, there was this one time when I wanted to, okay, one thing that does make me a little, annoyed with it is, let's say there was this one time I wanted to just take a picture and put it on the video. Not intercut it, not video picture then more video. Let's say right now I want a picture to appear right here. A picture of a little puppy or something. You can't do that with Movie Maker. That sucks because that's really basic. That's something you should be able to do, and I just can't do it. And it's hard to do that. And but I did figure out some things. I figured out really cool things to do with that. I figured out how to put a split. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna try that now. It never works out the way I want, but I will try it. So hold on a second. Hi, Matthew. Hi, Matthew. yeah, I don't know if that worked or not, or if it was out of frame completely, but if it isn't, I'll just edit it out. So, yeah, this is my little studio. I probably should have put this curtain up a little bit further, but then again, I'm going to tear all this down in like 5 minutes anyway. So, this has been a ramble, not really pointful. I just made fun of a editing software that I didn't like. But, yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get that studio set up. I keep calling it a studio like it's a professional or something. It's a curtain, and some lamps, and a tripod, and that bitchin' tripod. I love that. I found that, too. It's amazing what you can find while you're, you know, digging around your closet for, you know, yard sale stuff. That tripod's for my, old telescope. Some stories with that old telescope. I didn't use it in the traditional sense, though. See, I was a big fan. This is back in the day when I had a Super Nintendo, back in the, mid-90s. Late 90s, 98, 97. You know, the time of day when everyone else had like an N64 and I was stuck with the Super Nintendo. But I love that Super Nintendo because I got it for free. But, so basically what happened was I had the Super Nintendo and the telescope was right next to the Super Nintendo. It was on a little shelf. And every time I would lose at Star Fox in particular, Super Mario Brothers in particular, no, Super Mario World, you know, I would be angry as a little, you know, 6-year-old spoiled brat. So because the telescope was the nearest thing in my grasp, I would usually grab the telescope and beat my Super Nintendo to death with it. And that Super Nintendo, though, they knew how to make shit back in the 90s. So I must have hit that damn Super Nintendo like 15 freaking million times with the telescope. And, you know, this wasn't like a cheap little plastic bendy thing. It was metal. And the Super Nintendo always came back. Always came back to life. I hit it sometimes so hard, you know, the screen would black out. Reset it, give it some time, turn it back on, wiggle it around. It always came back to life. Until, no, it eventually died. I eventually hit it so much it eventually died. But thankfully, I have an emulator on my computer now, so yeah, I'm good with that. But, you know, telescope's broken, it's gone. The tripod still remains, and I will love this. And all I need now is a new camera. If I get an HD camera by the time I have everything set up over there, it's going to be at least a month because the yard sale, we're not going to get everything out there until the yard sale. Yard sale's not for 3 weeks, so it's going to be at least a month. If I have enough money to buy a new camera by then, HD camera, bitchin' tripod, awesome curtain, 2 lamps, Tekking101's going to freaking Hollywood. You know, I'm going to star in, I don't know, Inception 2. You know, I'm gonna sweep the playing field. No one's going to hold a candle to me. You know, Tom Cruise, you watch your back. Wait, Tom Cruise wasn't in Inception. Oh damn, who's the guy? He was in Titanic. Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, you watch yourself. Because I'm coming. I got a curtain. And some lamps. And a tie. I'm coming for you. Now I just need a cool sign-off. I don't have one yet. Still in the planning stages.